Hello. Hello, everyone. Letiste here. I don't know. Every time I dip my hands in this love energy, it is. Yes. Let's go ahead and get into this. Ashe. Go ahead and get into this. I was gonna do this earlier today, but the moon is in. The moon is getting me. Okay, the moon is also in Taurus. And I notice that anytime the moon is in Taurus, I go to sleep, like even more than I go in Cancer, which makes sense because Taurus is exalted in Cancer, Taurus is exalted in the moon. Moon was comfortable in Taurus, so I was like, gotta take a nap. I need sleep. I need that extra break. So I was gonna do it right after I did the first reading, but I don't know. My body was like, go lay down. Just go lay down. Just go rest. And so that is what I did. And I just woke up, cooked myself some food, and yeah, that's kind of the vibe and the energy that I have been on. Essentially, like I'm really like going with the flow. Like even with as you see, I'm in a new environment. I'm gonna be here for some time, so get accustomed, get used to that. The same way I'm gonna have to get accustomed and used to it. So that's also what I'm working on as well. Because I'm going through a very big pivot in my life. I was like, okay, where do I want to go next? Where do I want to move next? How do I want things to work out? Um, how do I want to get there? Where do I want to go to get there? All these things. So just dealing with a lot of processes and stuff and just recognizing to go with the flow. And also promoting myself, such as I do offer personal readings. Check out the link in the description below. Okay. Check out the link in the description below. And I also offer dream readings, dream castings, things of that sort. Not dream castings. I'm not doing that yet. That's gonna be when I launch that, because I ain't just popping up in nobody dreams. I say, but I also do donation led readings on my YouTube every Sunday. Definitely check that out for sure, because it won't be as quiet for long. So it's almost like you get that private energy. And then also I have a Twitch. I just pop on there every now and again. I'm trying to get an actual schedule for that, especially with the new vibe, the new energy, everything, and figuring it out. But I do pop in there as much as I can. It's just me kind of talking, chatting, reacting, all the good stuff. And like, comment, share, and subscribe so that your girl can thrive, because it really does help your girl. It really does. Okay. Uh, Other than that, yeah. But I was going to do this earlier. Thank you, Spirit. And again, I just took that break, took that rest. But Spirit also called me to use this deck today, which is the love deck. Sometimes I use it for different things, not just romantic love, which is kind of what the deck was created for by the person. But love is too expansive. Love is too wide. Love is too open. Love is too love is not just one thing, and you don't just love in one way or in one feeling. And yeah, so yeah, it's almost like when you're eating pineapple on pizza, which is really fucking good. Pineapple, a little bit of jalapeno and some spinach. Try it. Trust me. Pineapple, jalapeno, spinach. Oh my god, so good. It's that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what would be good though? An al pastor pizza, because al pastor uses pineapples. That'll be good too. So things like that. But it's almost like you love that. You really like that. So it's so many things that you can love and have. And I feel like that really also lines up kind of with the energy of everything here. Um, Today of just going with the flow, allowing things to happen, recognizing where you want to go, where you want to move and shift to, and yeah, taking it there. I've already started pulling cards. I don't really have, like I said, this is really spirit land. They they get to choose. Sometimes I'm like, I want to use this deck today, and then sometimes like I want to use this deck. But today it was all of them. It was all of them. Had nothing to do with me today. Mm. Anyways, oh, let's get into this. I don't really feel separate energies for this one. So if you're looking for a separate energy, pick a card, have an entire playlist for that. Check that out, or get a personal reading. But yeah, I'm not really feeling separate energies for this one. It very feels like a particular message, and I know sometimes people come in and they, mm, how do I want to put this? Sometimes people come in and they want to, and they want it, a message to be had, a message to be said. Shay. And it really, I can feel like this is, it's almost like I know when people are like, I hope they post a reading, or I hope they do this today, or I hope it's something about this today. Like I can tell when it's also somebody else's energy, like pulling on me. Not in a bad way, just like, oh, it's almost like, oh, my favorite person posted today. I was hoping that they did. I needed a little, it's like that energy. And so it feels like definitely, that's why I'm like, I'm not feeling more than one person's energy. And it can be obviously more than one person, but I'm not feeling really more than one person's energy. Let's go ahead and get these final cards out here so that way I can go ahead and read through it. And if we have time, I might do a chart throw. Mm, mm. I'm going to leave them right where they lay. Anything else there before I close out this shuffle within the deck, Spirit? My goodness. Okay. Hmm. Mm, thank you. That's on my head. Okay. I'm not comfortable with doing that again because I'm pausing it and not pausing it and all that extra stuff is just doing too much. Um, hmm. Some cards aren't flipped over, right? Majority of your cards are flipped over. But some cards are not flipped over, right? But they're lined up with another card. And they don't want me to flip it up until I get there. And this is letting me know that it's almost like you ever, so you're at the movie. uh, I'm getting this vision, so I'm saying, I don't even want to say at the movie. Thank you, sorry. You ever get a bootleg movie? Shouts out to SpongeBob movie. I first seen it on bootleg. You ever get a bootleg movie and the people crossing in front of the screen so you possibly miss some parts of the movie or you don't really see that part? It's giving that energy. Like you're still watching something, you're still there, but you're missing a part because you're not actually there at the movies, which is possibly why I started with at the movies. But the vision I was getting was somebody at their house watching a bootleg movie, you know. So it's like getting that secondhand information, that third hand information. Like, yeah, it's still there. They come to some have really good quality depending on what seats they get, depending on what theater they're at, you know. But still, every now and again, you might see a little few heads, a little few shadows, or you might see somebody get up to, go throw away their drink. I don't know why they would do that, but you know what I mean. Like, go use the bathroom, things of that sort. So it's given. That's what the turned over card energy is giving. That you're not getting the information head on, right? You're getting that secondhand bootlegged information. Essentially you're seeing it through not even somebody else's eyes, through a camera within a camera. So this is letting me know, like, I'm hearing you're setting plans that possibly aren't even your own, or you're thinking about doing something or setting up something that is held onto a past thought or idea. It's like I'm seeing, what was that movie Elemental by Disney, where she, kind of wanted that different path than what her family had, and she was kind of out there. Sounds like that energy is like, yes, this is what was done in the past, but I have to make a change and a difference without forgetting what was done in the past as well. So it's like really not being restricted to what other people. It's like you're watching almost like your life. I'm hearing kind of pass you by on like a bootleg movie, and the shadowy figures are people that come in, give their opinions, give their advice, shade, but it's distracting your view from what's actually there, from what's actually present, from you possibly being actually there. And this is being just the energy I'm gathering before I even get into the cards. And it just really feels like Spirit is saying, time to make your own choices, your own decisions, especially with this one coming in here, your own choices and decisions. We'll get to that. It's definitely necessary and needed because that can harbor a sense of resentment even for yourself, not even necessarily possibly them. It's like, well, maybe they know best, or they did, or they died, and this was their last wish. Bridgerton, when he told his father, such Scorpio energy. That was he didn't say he was a Scorpio on the show, but that man was a Scorpio. And the fact that he didn't come back because he didn't want to be known for that one role, that man's a Scorpio through and through. But he got some Scorpio placements through him in real life and in that show. But he was like, I'll never carry on the family name. But then he found somebody that actually, loved him, he did all the good jazz. He was like, no, I'm going to release that. And it's almost like keeping an energy because of past things or situations, or again just taking on that secondhand energy because you feel like maybe they have a better picture, they have a better view because they were in the theater, but they really didn't. There's people in the way, there's little shadows, it's not clear, they keep unfocusing and like, and then sometimes you get a motherfucker that eats snacks. Like, I ain't against motherfucker, but you know what your job is. So it's like you feel like they maybe have more information about what's going on just because they were there, but it's like you can be there, you can bootleg essentially, but you can see that with your own eyes. You don't need to see it through a camera. Still shouts out the bootleg and the discounted websites. Okay, shouts out. Move forward, moving on, but it's definitely giving that energy. Okay, and I feel like spirit is wanting you, and I feel like a lot of spirit like wanting you to step into the light of recognizing what you truly deserve in life, um, in relationships, really, in a lot of some people may not know better. A lot of people may not know better. A lot of people don't know better about you in your life. And I always like to say nobody will ever know you better than you know yourself, even if they spend 24/7 with you. They'll never know you better than you know yourself, ever. Um, because there are thoughts that you don't say, feelings that you don't always express, or things of that sort. They'll never actually truly fully know you. Not saying that you're a liar, you're out here manipulating, or things of that sort. It's just, again, you'll always know yourself better than anyone. And even people are like, when did you start doing that? you know Again, so it's almost like you have to start knowing yourself better than anyone, because in some way you feel like, because they're a friend and they want to still be wrong, and I've known them for this long, or they're my mom or my dad, or this is my coworker, my partner, my assistant. They spend so much time around me. It's like they are just literally the person that just recorded. That's it. But they're never going to get the full picture, the full view of who you are and your essence in that sense. Only you know that. And you have to start recognizing that you are capable of making choices and decisions for you in your life. Um, and being able to recognize that. You have to start stepping out on your own 2 feet. I'm seeing it's a good vision, but I'm seeing like a baby bird on like a tree with like the nest and the forest, and they're being pushed out, and it's like an eagle, and they're being pushed out. And on their way down, it's like you can see the eagle growing from like little baby to the big one to the big one, and then it swoops down very close, very quiet, picks up a snake, and then flies off. So it's like this free falling energy where you feel like, I don't know what's happening, is going to be you relying on yourself energy. But when you do that, it's like you're growing as you're falling, and it sounds crazy, but it's like it's literally just releasing the load of it's you figuring out how to fly your own wings. You know, like, yeah, that's how my parents taught me, but this is how I'm gonna do it. And now you're coming up with a snake, and then you're able to go off to your own family, to your own life, and this energy, and see from your own higher perspective, and travel to places they probably haven't seen. Um, and recognizing that. So it's essentially like as soon as you get pushed out by yourself, essentially, um, your higher self being pushed out and recognizing nobody's going to know you better than you know yourself. Just because they're making a decision for you doesn't mean that that wasn't also a decision that you made. Take authority in that, take accountability in that, take responsibility in that. Just because you were raised a certain way and you're healing that, does it, it's again recognizing those certain things in your life and how you are able to play a part in it. Now I'm just going to read them as they are and not as they came out, essentially. Okay. So the first three cards that we have here is fear of failure, that's in the reverse, release the past, that's in the reverse, but the respect boundaries is upright. And this is letting me know that you have to release this I can't make mistakes, or um this sometimes like this shame or kind of scared attitude that people may have. Shit, the scared attitude that sometimes people may have with trying something for the first time. They don't want to seem like they don't know what they're doing, even though they don't know what they're doing. So it's like that fear of failure of being like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm trying things out for the first time, or moving here for the first time, have to explore. You're like, you have to put yourself out there, but that allows you to now build up your boundaries in a way that is truly respected of you and who you are and what's going on in your life, right? And when you release the past of like, yeah, well, when I did this, or or when they said this, they were right, or it's like, sure, they were right, because they get an understanding of you, but they got an understanding of you because you were able to express that authentically. So start to discover yourself in an authentic way that is able to respect, accept yourself, so that way you can have those boundaries, so that you can have, so that you can have, on the side to being currently around other people you got to deal with seriously. Anyway, um, and it helps you actually build up boundaries. Not be so like, well, I guess so. And it's like it's kind of like, well, all right, or I'm gonna do this because my parents feel like this would be good, and I guess it is a good career, or I'm gonna, stay here because it's like this again, this energy where somebody you feel like because they gave you this information, because they it's like, no, you have to start living your life for you. And I feel like right now you don't even know what boundaries you truly have, if they're even up, if they're even there, or how to create boundaries. So it kind of also doesn't allow you to um, respect. I don't even want to say respect self, but respect your word, your worth, and what you mean to other people, what they mean to you, because they will. It's almost like the sibling energy. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That's what this picture is reminding me of. And it feels like that. Like you have to release that fear of that failure. So like, I'm not touching you, I'm not, but it's bothering you. It's irritating you. It's like, don't allow people just to be close and around you just because of who they are or what they've done, or you feel like they know better than you, or they help try to. It's like you really have to recognize that, because in all, it's like you feel like you can't make your own decisions, can't step out on your own. And not saying that you are a person that has never made decisions, but it's really like, well, maybe they know. Maybe they know. If you like advice is not concrete wisdom. Advice is just that. It's advice based off of them looking again. outward at you. You have to look inward. They don't see what's going on inside and your heart's desire and what you truly want and how you truly feel. hmm Now, the next cards that you have are Pluto, the cold, distant planet, Scorpio energy, which is funny because I was mentioning Scorpio. So you could have Scorpio placements, going through a lot of rebirths, so you're just kind of tired, or um, they want you to definitely encapsulate the Scorpio energy. We have relocating, and we have let go of control and unexpected. And I feel like, bro, like you just said, I don't take control, but you got let go of control. This relocating, this distance, and this unexpected is letting go of that control. I feel like this isn't your energy. It's them having to let go of control. Like when I moved out here, I had to, release everything. I had to, when I first, it was just like, okay, I gotta let go of control. I have to move. My parents have to release me. My parents, like I got parents, like I do, but you get it. You got it. Moving on. Um, things have to release me. My siblings, all this energy. It's like I have to separate. There was a fear of like, okay, what if it don't work out? This and that. What if this happens? When I moved here that one time and that didn't work out and this and that. It's like, no. I also have to respect the boundaries of spirit and where I need to move. So with this Pluto, it's this rebirth energy of I feel like some of you have been wanting to move somewhere, which you're like, well, my family, with my friends, with my job. And now I feel like spirit is really redirecting you to be like, so do you want us to take that away? Or like what do you want? And it's like, I don't know. Let me figure it out. Let me figure it out. But would you allow people to let go of control over your life and you truly just allow yourself to breathe, release, and flow? I feel like you'll make that decision. Again, this I feel like for a very small collective with this moving situation. And I feel like it's definitely gonna happen. But and with this unexpected, I feel like this is unexpected blessings, unexpected new memories, unexpected experiences. As soon as you allow people to release that control that they have over you and what they feel like is best for you. It's like you only feel like this is what's best for me because this is only the environment or situations that I haven't been involved in. But I haven't been able to push myself, push the bounds of myself to allow it to be expanded. You will never know what I'm capable of if you always tell me what I'm capable of. Okay, so allowing others to release that control, most definitely, and this very soon, I feel like is also for you guys. So I feel like this is going to be a decision that you guys kind of have to make very soon. But very soon is also in its own energy, a little bit. But very soon, allow that to happen. Allow that to be there for you, and it's going to be very unexpected. They're not going to expect it, and it's going to change a lot of things. You know, people were scared during the Great Migration. Maybe you shouldn't. This is, we know this place very well, but I know this place very well, so I'm going to go to a place. I'm not saying it was easy when I got up here. You know, but it's just like I know. You know, I know this. Sometimes it ain't better to know the witch that you know. Sometimes it's the one that you don't. Anyway, but definitely that's for small for you. If you were thinking about moving, even just out of somebody's home, somebody's house, energy, definitely take a look into that consciously for yourself and allow people to release that control. Because proximity, a lot of people feel like they have that. And it's going to take you some time. That's why they want you to enforce the boundaries. Like, no, I got to know. I'll speak that. No, I want this. Oh, I didn't know. Well, okay. And then it'll start letting people know, like, yes, I can make my own decisions, choices, actions, movements. This is what I want to wear. This is how I want to feel. All that energy. If I'm remembering when my brother, because I used to love some Justin Bieber growing up, okay? Used to love that man down. Um, okay. And I remember my brother, he was like, as soon as that boy turned 18, I bet you he started cussing out the woodwork, talking about this and that. Like I'm telling you, and he's an Aquarius, so that can be very significant for you as well. I think Aquarius is also led by Pluto, but I don't remember all too well. Excuse me, I'm not really good at the planet. Okay. I'm just good with the ancestral things. Okay, I should. But he's like, I bet you. And then he came out with that. if I was your boyfriend and all that, and the whole, I'm myself, well, all right. Because at first I was like, no, you won't, like, you won't need that. And then I was like, oh, he did that. He did that. So it's almost like this energy of, again, like, as soon as it feels like, again, this out of the nest thing. Like, okay, I've reached this age. Now I can be more expressed. Now I can be more this. My spirit is saying you can do that now. You don't need to reach a certain age, a certain point. Push those bounds of what you truly want to do. And if you don't like it, you don't have to claim that either. That's also with the fear of failures. You don't have to claim everything that you started doing. I started doing a lot of things, and then I just like, you know what, that ain't for me. I'm gonna put it on down. Put it on down. Put it on down. We pulled family last minute, and we got Capricorn energy in the reverse, but it also feels kind of upright as well. It's like this shipment. I feel like this is, again, something. It's like the devil card energy almost. 10,000 energy, father, masculine energy, authoritative energy. So it's just really letting me know, like, it could be just your. That's hilarious. I was gonna say way too tight with your family, but your family is all up in your business a little bit too much. Like a little bit too much to the point that they feel like, again, they know more than you. And it's not, again, a message for everybody if it ain't the message for you. Okay? Don't try to put the message in your ears if it's already clogged. That shit. So again, it feels like this for a small few. It feels almost like this controlling energy, but Capricorn energy is also very, a divine masculine energy. A rooted energy, a grounded energy. Somebody that also doesn't like to be restricted. That's a cardinal energy. I need to make my way with. They're also very family oriented. That's why they're the sister sign of Cancer. Very family oriented, but they do it in a different way that, again, has these boundaries up. That's why they're the goat. It's like a ram, but goats are also soft and fluffy, right? So when you're thinking about your family and the dynamic that you're creating, do it from a sense that is having authority over your life and not allowing them to have authority over life, but they can still be welcomed in. Okay. For some of you, we got Mercury in reverse here with all these other cards about something happening for you. We got overcoming challenges in the upright. This is one of the placements. One of the cards is reversed, so y'all gonna see it first. Yeah, this is the reverse. This is the card that was not only face down, but it's in the reverse. It says express your needs. That's right on top of overcoming challenges. You can tell it's a story happening. We got pillow talk, which is hilarious. We got body language in the reverse. And then again, Mercury came out in reverse. You guys need communication. This is again for a small select few. But again, the overall message is the same, which is why I'm not doing separate energies. Ashe, so take how you take what you need to take. Well, this overcoming challenges and express your needs in the pillow talk, but the body language being in reverse in Mercury, this letting me know communication needs to come out of your mouth. You can't just communicate with your body. You cannot just communicate with your body. You gotta start talking. You have to start expressing your needs. If I'm, bringing up an issue that I have with you, don't try to kiss me or hug me or take me out to eat. It's like after your parents whoop you and they're like, spaghetti's ready, or do you want to go to the store? I might let you get something. It's like, no, I want a fucking apology. I don't want that. I want my space. I want you to talk to me versus be, it's like that energy. Like, no, like, let's actually have a real conversation about things. And so, with overcoming challenge being upright and pillow talk also being upright, is letting me know, like, you can still have those same deep, expressive, vulnerable conversations without having to fuck somebody, without having to be oversharing with somebody if this is family, without having to do the most, expend your body, exchange this for this, to just be vulnerable and open. Because what Mercury in reverse is just led by that energy, the Gemini energy, the communication, collaboration energy, and the body language being in the reverse is like, that's not going to work, and it has not been working. If you truly want to come together, you're going to have to express your needs and be vocal in a way that you never have been before. And that's also why you need to be pushed out of the nest. Be told you need to start doing stuff for yourself, speaking up for yourself, letting things be known. Right? People like, oh, I can't wait to get old to not give a care, and because I think you can start doing that now. We gotta be in a nursing home or any then did like you can start doing that now. Now, if you really don't want to give a care about anybody, start embodying that older self energy now. That's how you really feel, but you need to start speaking because when Mercury reverse is letting me know you're not being as vocal as you need to, not as open and expressive. Now we have these next two cards again. One is flipped down, as you can see, and one is face up. So we're going to show that to you first. We got commitment and open up. Yeah. I feel like also when you start making a commitment to yourself, to also be that allows other people to also commit to themselves. And with this open up, it's again being not vulnerable, expressing your needs, having boundaries in the right places and moments, allowing yourself to take that chance of traveling, allowing yourself to create that family that you want, allowing yourself to communicate, in a more deep sense. Because with this very soon, that's an overall energy for everybody. If this is what you have been wanting, you're like, no, I'm not one of those people that's gonna rush or ask for a marriage. If that's what you want, say that because now you can weed out the folk. If that's not what you need or what you desire, you're like, I want to, do this and this, and they not expect that. Now you have to open up so that way true commitment can come in. It doesn't feel like a lock on a gate to nothing. It's not locking anything. Like literally, it's not locking anything. It's just a random lock on a gate. So again, recognize when you're restricting and holding yourself from what you're able and capable of. And not everybody deserves your key. Not everybody deserves that. So you really got to start spreading out on your own and recognizing that. If that's what you want, be expressive about that. No, I don't want the bootleg. I think I'll just save the money and then that money I was going to use, because I typically buy a bit, I can just go see that movie. Maybe it's just one movie at a time, but at least I'm not getting that. And I can sneak my snacks in or Chipotle, and I used to sneak Chipotle in to the movie theater that I worked out because it was right next door. Put it in my little bag. Boom, here, give me my free ticket. Thank you. Go watch my free ticket. Boom. And I mentioned that it's a lot with movies. A lot with movies, film, and I feel like thank you, Spirit is saying you've been watching your life through somebody else's lens. You've been the girlfriend, boyfriend, or partner that's like, oh, this is how we become intimate. This is how we get close. And it's like, but that's not what I want. You being the perfect daughter or sibling or chosen family of this, but it's not really rooted in something that allows you to feel stable and secure. You've been the great assistant asset, or just person, friend, but you like, oh, if I move, I won't be able to be as close and this and that. And now you're not able to do that. So again, it's like this sense of with this open up and commitment. I feel like that's for all of them. You have to release all of that and let it go. We have the moon card coming in here, the intuition card. It's funny because Capricorn is on this side and the moon is on this side. Cancer, Capricorn, sister energy going in here. I love that. So trusting in your intuition that you know what you're doing. And the best way to trust your intuition is to take the leap of faith on yourself, to bet on yourself, to believe in yourself. Right? Sunday, I was watching the videos, I was preparing, cooking the food and stuff. And it was like 21 with, intern or the intern with darkest or whatever, they're hilarious. And this dude, he made it to like the final three, in the intern. He was supposed to bring a gift. He was like, I didn't bring a gift because I didn't think I would make it this far. And after he like did his little performance, I was like, I can't have somebody that won't even bet or believe in themselves. Like, if you ain't even gonna believe that you're gonna get something and you feel like you're worthy enough to get it, I'm not gonna believe in you. You don't even believe in you. Like what? So with this moon, it's believing in trust. You have to bet on yourself sometimes, because then you know how to rely on yourself, how to trust yourself, to have that support system if need be, to and when to go and get that advice, but also to know and recognize that. Now, for everybody, I feel like it's touching a little bit of everything, We got three cards. When the cards coming out for you, we got options. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of choices coming in here very soon. So trusting your gut and how to do it, where to move, how to move. a chance of that sort. We have enjoy quality time in reverse and lessons learned. Okay. So with the enjoy quality time, like I said, if you're not enjoying it, you feel restricted, you feel like it's not really working out for you. Enjoy that quality time while it lasts and recognize that you have other options. You have other support systems. You have this, and you learned lessons. You learned those lessons. You are going through life and experiencing it. So allow that to be the standpoint and pivotal point for you. Let's see. It looks like we got an affirmation coming in here. Come on. Here it is. I heal my soul with self love and kindness. I heal my soul with self love and kindness. Like I said, it's going to take some time. You're going to be falling. It's going to feel like free falling when you start betting on yourself because you're used to everybody else's solid ground. But now you have to create your own solid ground, your own foundation, your own actions, reactions, thoughts, things of that sort. And really take that in. Learn your own lessons. And with this also enjoy quality time in and versus also letting me know that I'm seeing that one. I think it was an episode off House when the dude like had a tumor somewhere up front, and they got taken out, and he realized like I don't even really like ketchup, and he likes ketchup on everything. Wouldn't eat anything without ketchup. He was like, I wonder what else I don't like. So it's almost like this energy of like something being removed, and it could just be a different environment. It can be having those real conversations. It can be putting up those boundaries. It can be trusting your. It's those things where you're really starting to devote to self versus the ideas of self from other people, and recognize that you have options, you have choices, you have all of that. Why is it smelling the extra strong right now? I have no idea where. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to get that figured out. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, I say, um, but yeah, it's recognizing that and being able to take that in and open up. So it's really time for you to go out on your own, to live out on your own. Like even today, like I could have been like, oh, I'm just gonna do it, and then I can possibly take a nap afterwards. No, I'm doing it now. I don't, because I used to be like, let me just do it. And when the message would have been as good, because it wouldn't have been as real. I would have been tired. I would have been like trying to rush through it, and I'm not doing that to y'all. I'm not doing that to me. So recognize those pieces of yourself that you're trying to listen to in other people, and recognize that you can just listen to yourself because they're going off of listening to you. Okay, so that has been your reading, my darlings, my loves, my babies. I love you guys. Love yourselves more. Until next time.